We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium. All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We got
All right, let's go to work. Let's go to work.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll run it now. How we go?
Paxton.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just
Come on,
know there
Paxton.
should
You
be a
got to
lot
block
of
better than
congestion
that,
there.
dog.
You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now back to throw.
Yeah, we throw it right to him.
And he will score.
They gotta be way soon. Soon as we break in.
Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the
Get
field.
off. They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
That's what I should have done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Take the ball.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild.
Man, this is lagging like a motherfucker.
And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Oh, he should have missed it. That's his kid.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school. Right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Come on, set. Put the 70 in. Protein spill. Get off the field. Yes! 26, check 26. Go.
2nd and 13. He's going to sling this deep. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it out of bounds right there. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
On the double. 53 front. Check. 66. Bullet ride. Switch. Seam 6. 53 the mic. Ready.
They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
22, check Bobber. Ready, go.
2nd and 1. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 1-yard touchdown reception as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores, a 3-and-out here, an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Going to give this time to the tailback. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 25. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Okay. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, this is Harris. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Let's go. Whip, 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 dog, dog. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Let up.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10, inside the 30.
56. Yeah. You ain't got nothing. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Come to my world. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Yeah. 50. Land. 3. Who that? Who that?
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown of the new season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 6. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. They'll get 34 yards there. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Jones has it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Ready up. 50, mark 50. Blue down, blue down. Tricon, 132 fight. Good dash, good dash. Come, come. Sit. What do you want? Delta. Check 24, I'm seeing. On. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. First down, and they go back to Harris. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Redskins' 33-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Kill, kill, kill. Pilot 64, weak. Ready, go.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come on.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check.
2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone...
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Fear that offense. Check 43. Check.
2nd and 3. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Check tight.
Back to throw here. He'll buy some time right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Taken in at the 22. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And out will come the offense as the Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. but why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Here we go, here we go. 90, more. Let's go. Ready, go.
On first down, Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 44-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Bravo. 56 to Mike. 56. H3, 218.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up near the 44. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Ready. Hey, check, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Leo, it's on field. It's on field. Yep. Check. Echo. Hey, 50. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
They'll set up a throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll set up to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Joker, 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 joker.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. He'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. You still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team to have.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Redskins scoop it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The first down screen pass, good for 5. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5. Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who have been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 6 yards in the first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check the backer, check the backer.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hoover. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, you don't want us. You're out. You don't want me. Why? Get wide. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught at the end. And they are going to score again. Yeah. touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Second down and inches. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. They'll run on first down. Harris, a strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And his kick is indeed good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go. 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
I'm going to forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.